my friend, we're going to be playing a D flat augmented 7. Don't get scared. Augmented chords are amazing. When we have a major chord, let's say like our D flat major, C major goes to C sharp or D flat, bar it on up. The way we get an augmented is we take this chord and we look at what's the 1, what's the 3, and what's the 5. Well, D flat is our root. Our third of the chord is going to be the F because it's right in between the next note, which is going to be our A flat. If we augment the A flat up a half step, when you augment any note, that means to go up in step. Well, in step means half steps or whole steps, major, minor thirds, major thirds, perfect fourths, perfect fifths. But an augmented movement or step means half step, or the shortest distance, minor second in the Western ear. So if we were to play our full chord, bar up the whole thing and play this note and our pinky up here, we get our D flat augmented. It's such a wonderful chord because it builds a lot of tension. I enjoy also pulling this back so we get our dominant 7th, and then we add that note. So you can squish these and play 2 on both ends. Gorgeous chord. Ow! Kiss! And then we can move this chord up. I really like the augments because they kind of like, does anybody know what a palindrome is? When you're talking about a palindrome with grammar, from the best of my ability to remember, it's a word that can be formed both forwards and backwards. Meaning if you have a word that has equal parts of numbers and then you spell it forwards and backwards, it spells the same word. So musically, I kind of look at chords as being mirror images and palindromes. So like, beautifully enough said, there are mirror modes. You could play a mirror mode and have a mode that goes forward one way and then backwards the same amount of steps, and it makes a different mode. Very fun. Check out my channel if you want to find that stuff out. Anywho, this first one looks like this with our bookends out in front. Well, when we move this up to the 4th fret and we bar this sucker up, we're then going to be playing the 5th fret of the 2 middle notes. This also gives us an augmented chord. So try and practice these back and forth, and you'll be establishing yourself, understanding how to play a D flat augmented. And then, how about one more? How about we put our first finger up on the 5th fret of the C string, schmack, and then we put our second finger on the 6th of the G, and then we're gonna skip a finger and not a fret, but we're gonna play our pinky on the 7th fret of the E. Leave the A string open, and it gives you the same chord that these augmented bar chords give us. Isn't this fun? Now, the onus is on you to start making music. Aloha!